Hey guys, and welcome to another exciting edition of the Levi Times. You might have noticed that I don't have my microphone this time. You might have also noticed the much better quality of video this time compared to the more recent crappy webcam videos. That's because I've decided to use my digital camera here instead of my webcam. I've decided to trade sound quality for video quality, and hopefully that's not too bad. If you guys would rather me revert, then please comment and tell me. It's not that big a deal. This is actually a lot more work. But I'm willing to do the extra work for better quality if that's what you guys want. So anyway, I don't really have much to talk about on this video other than the fact that I've decided to, go with this setup instead of my usual webcam kind of thing. I've decided, instead of making this a completely wasted video, to let you all delve in a little bit to my life here in Japan. So this is my second semester here, and I am in a program called the JLJSP. That stands for Japanese Language and Japanese Studies Program, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it stands for, because that's what I'm doing. I have classes divided into two different types, and that is Japanese Language and Japanese Studies. Japanese language courses are within themselves divided up into four different groups. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I practice conversation. We have our conversation textbook. We practice speaking with one another, speaking with the teacher. We have CDs that we listen to. It's a lot of listening comprehension practice, speaking practice for our own fluency. Basically that kind of thing, just kind of practicing speaking so that we get better at it, because practice makes perfect, you know. Then Wednesdays and Thursdays I have grammar class, which I love. I'm personally in love with grammar. I plan to, once I graduate, go on to graduate studies to eventually get a doctorate in a linguistic field called philology. Philology is basically the study of history and the evolution of language, and this is something that enthralls me. I love seeing just how much language has changed over just thousands of years even. It's really, really amazing to see something like Old English, and I don't mean Shakespeare, that's Middle English. Something like Old English that the original Beowulf was written in, okay? Take something like that and compare it to modern English, and it's literally completely different. And that kind of thing, understanding the differences, understanding how it evolved from something so different, so Germanic, to something almost in the Latin group, that enthralls me. So because of this passion, I really enjoy my Wednesdays and Thursdays grammar class, which I have one tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to it. Then Fridays we have a class that is separated into two different halves of the day. The first half is kanji, which is Japanese adoption of Chinese characters. In the kanji classes, we basically study how to draw them, or write them, I guess, how to read them, the different meanings they have, and how the meanings change when groups of them are put together, how their sounds change when groups of them are put together, the individual sounds by themselves. Kanji is really complex, and I don't like it. And then the second half of the day, we have reading comprehension. It's not just reading comprehension. The Japanese word is dokai, which is basically reading practice, or something along those lines. Basically, it's we have reading comprehension in it, but it's also stuff just like vocabularies in there. We even have some culture things in there, like just the last time we had dokai, we had a letter, a Japanese style postcard that we had to fill out appropriately and everything. And which that's not reading comprehension. That's writing your postcard. I don't know. But we do things like that. But it's also very focused on things like reading comprehension, reading speed. Yeah. So those are the four different language segregation groups we have in there, which is once again conversation, grammar, kanji, and reading. So there's a different. I said JLJSP, which is Japanese language and Japanese studies. Japanese studies are basically culture classes about Japanese culture. Imagine that. For example, I take 3 Japanese culture classes here. My 3 culture classes are the Toyota Way for the first one. Toyota Way is it's the history of the Toyota family and how they ascended. Ascended sounds like such a wrong word, but how they ascended into the motor industry from being a prestigious Japanese family to ascending into the motor industry and becoming a very global company that makes vehicles world-renowned, and basically the impact it has on Japanese society and everything. I'm not particularly interested in it myself, actually, but I entered the class because I heard that it was an easy A. Yeah. I am a college student, you can't really blame me. My second course is Japanese diplomacy, which I took today. Japanese diplomacy is a comprehensive history of Japanese diplomacy. Imagine that. Since just before World War II to modern days. It's not a field that I'm particularly interested in. I'm not really a history buff or a political buff at all. I really, really dislike politics. But the teacher makes it interesting, and the way that he presents it. It's not. I shouldn't say in the way he presents it, I should say in the way he speaks, specifically. There's something about his voice, maybe his enthusiasm for the subject, that shows that he knows what he's talking about, and shows that he likes what he's talking about, and that's something that's interesting, and when it gets across to the students, then, like me, when it gets across to me, it impresses me, and it makes me a little more enthusiastic myself. It's definitely not too boring of a class. Last semester I had too boring of a class. I'm not going to identify the class just in case the professor sees it, but it was too boring of a class, and I made a point to avoid it this semester. My third class and final class that I have in Japanese studies is traditional Japanese culture. It's just like it says on the tin. I actually haven't had that class yet, but I have it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to trying that out for the first time. And yeah. So that's your glimpse into my academic life at the moment. I only have 3 months left here remaining. And I don't know, I think I've finally learned pretty much all I can in the study abroad experience. Now, I'm not saying that I've learned everything I can here. There's still a lot more I can learn in terms of language and culture, but I mean, I could learn these things just as well back home now, I think, as I could if I stayed here. I think that I've taken a lot out of what I've gained here. Studying abroad. Studying abroad is an amazing experience. I definitely suggest it to anyone who's thinking about doing it. It's a totally worthwhile experience. I think that everyone should do it. It's learning so much about a different culture and being immersed, especially if you're a majority and you go somewhere and you become a minority and you understand what it feels like to be a minority, which is, you know, what I'm doing here. It's so interesting. Maybe it's because I have a personal interest in international studies. That's my minor. but I've taken so much out of what I've learned here, and it's really completely changed my life, and I love it. I love it. It's amazing, and I don't know. There's a little tiny hint of not wanting to go back, but I know it would probably be best, and I know it is best, and I know I can't stay even if I wanted to, because my student visa is going to expire, and I'll get deported one way or another. But I don't know. I'm definitely coming back to Japan. Definitely. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about coming over, totally 100% suggestion. There are lots of scholarships you can take, talk with your international office or whatever. Lots of different opportunities. Some offices here, some of the schools here, like Nagoya University of Foreign Studies, which I'm going to right now, offer scholarships to exchange students themselves, which is the reason that's the only way I'm able to be here is by that scholarship. It's surprisingly easy to come here, and don't be too upset about the language barrier, because I came here, I hadn't taken a single Japanese course in my entire life. I had a lot of Japanese friends, and I acquired a lot of Japanese language from them, but you essentially just need a few really necessary phrases like please and yes, and you need to know the word fukuro, which means bag, and you've pretty much got it covered. So that's pretty much all you need, really, and you can survive. It'll be rough if that's all you have, definitely, but you really don't need more than that, which is really interesting. And I have a newfound appreciation for immigrants. I have a newfound appreciation for exchange students, which I already appreciated quite a bit, but I appreciate them even more now, seeing all the trials they go through, experiencing all the trials they go through. But yeah, so that's my video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too boring. I'm sorry that it wasn't on a really skeptical topic or anything like that. But yeah, alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the video quality. Hope the sound quality isn't too bad. And I'll talk to you later. Love you.